Good morning. I am Sachin P, roll number 23 MSWA 53. Today I am taking the presentation based on the topic the casework on human trafficking. Let first introduce the human trafficking. Human trafficking includes about labor trafficking such as hotel work or farm labor, domestic servitude and sex trafficking. Social workers have important roles in the prevention and intervention of those victimized by this crime and of those victims from a prevention perspective. Social workers can, for example, talk to their clients about the warning sign of potential exploitation and how to access helpers. Well, it's offered clinical and other support to those at risk of victimizing others micro. They can help educate their greater communities of the warning signs of victimizing behavior and involve themselves in a greater community effort. Micro and they can voice the social workplace to politicians and lawmakers who make choices about funding program for this most vulnerable to victimization such as homeless, immigrations and unprotected children are victimizing such as different group those taking both story supportive family structures and financially and educationally set micro. I would like to challenge social workers going into the field to acknowledge that all forms of human trafficking and must those victims need to attention of social work. I would challenge also social workers to work dignity to address the social issues that lead to the victimization of others. Then I am talking about to how to prevent the humans become the victim of human trafficking. So first we have to ensuring the awareness in the society. People can prevent becoming victims of human trafficking by being aware of the assets men, women and children are routinely enslaved in domestic and international human trafficking and everyone must be aware for this. Unfortunately, people like appropriate understanding regarding social violence, intimates victims and teen violence people would be more likely to escape victimization if were more aware of what human trafficking is look like and what they look for in victim. Human trafficking usually prey on vulnerable and they need those in peril or those seeking a better life. Victims might come from any background and face a range of situations. Everyone may assess of human trafficking by becoming more informed about the subject. Speaking out, raising awareness, and taking action may learn how to prevent victimization and increase awareness. And taking actions may learn how to prevent victimization and increase awareness. Protecting people and society by dictating local human trafficking. Many people are aware of techniques employed by human trafficking is to dupe women and children seeking better lives in other nations. Go along with towards tackling the problem. And otherwise, in enacting human trafficking causes, the Trade Facilitation and Enforcement Act of 2015 has allowed the United States Custom and Border Protection Agency to monitor more closely the supply chains of goods created with the Labor Number Land 2018. In addition, the National Defense Authorization Act of 2013, they more in like receiving fines or contracts more worth than 5 lakhs to make a return guarantee that will not participate in promote human trafficking. Furthermore, it's giving government initiative the authority to terminate any grant of contract with our corporation or individual implication in human trafficking. Without suffering costs, everyone should have access to human rights. Violating them is a crime magnet. And also humanity, we think of human trafficking are being held captive of to labor against their will, which is significant violence of human rights. Finding law enforcement capable of dealing with such a crime is one of the most challenging aspects of investigating human trafficking. Contributions of the time effort in anti-trafficking group help in battle against human trafficking. More volunteers have larger influence on both organization and committee volunteers opportunities by committee members to help many children and men from abuse and suffering caused from human trafficking across the globe. Unseen is a non-profit organization that provides specialized treatment with patients who have been victims of human trafficking. And the main elements of prevention of human trafficking that can explain in more points, like no matter who offers you a job, whether a friend or family members or employment agency, make sure the offer is real and check that the employer is a registered company with a physical address and landline. Then try to contact them before accepting the order and offer. If you have a relative or friends in area of job, give them a physical address and ask them where check it out for you. Make sure that sign a legal contract with terms that you are agreed to, such a house to work, wages to be paid, working condition, etc. As soon as possible, seek legal advance regarding the contractor. Ask one of you know with understanding of contract you look after the contract with you, and make sure have a passport and a work permit for the country you will travel into. It's illegal for a employer or person keep to the passport. And last, familiar yourself with the basic conditions of employment act and the rights of a worker in a foreign country before you go. By conclusion, I have to say the human trafficking has resulted the suffering of many people across the global, and this calls for a effective strategy to help solve the problem. The two common enacting trafficking awareness and laws to link the behavior. Strict law enforcement can help to reduce human trafficking. This action includes increasing border survey, investing in more human trafficking researchers, and encourage people to report suspect human traffic. Everyone should have access to human rights, and violate them is a crime against humanity. Wing of human trafficking are more held capable to labor against their will, which is equivalent violence of human rights. Finding local enforcement capable of dealing with such a crime of most difficult task investigating human trafficking. Thank you.